The air crackles with anticipation. The deep, resonant thud of a bass drum reverberates through the crowd. But this is not your typical nightclub. This is the Halluci Nation, and they are about to unleash a sonic experience unlike any other. Imagine the infectious energy of electronic dance music seamlessly interwoven with the ancient rhythms and chants of First Nations powwow music. This, my friends, is powwow step. Born in the heart of Ottawa, Canada, the Halluci Nation, formerly known as a tribe called Red, has been breaking down musical barriers and challenging stereotypes since 2008. This collective of Indigenous DJs and producers has created a genre-bending sound that is both intensely modern and deeply rooted in tradition. Their music is a celebration of Indigenous identity, a call for social justice, and an invitation to dance. The Halluci Nation's music is more than just entertainment. It's a powerful statement. It's about reclaiming space, celebrating resilience, and connecting with audiences on a visceral level. The driving beats and infectious energy of powwow step transcend cultural boundaries, inviting listeners to experience the power and beauty of Indigenous music in a whole new way. So, buckle up and get ready to embark on a sonic journey. The Halluci Nation is here to take you on a musical adventure that will move your feet, stir your soul, and leave you wanting more. The story of the Halluci Nation begins in the underground clubs of Ottawa, where DJs Bear Witness and 2 Oolman first joined forces. They began blending electronic dance music with traditional powwow songs. Their vision was to create a space where Indigenous youth could see themselves in contemporary music. In 2008, they hosted their first electric powwow, a monthly party known for its high-energy atmosphere. These events attracted a diverse crowd eager for something fresh and exciting. The electric powwows were cultural gatherings and platforms for raising awareness about Indigenous issues. As their sound spread, the Halluci Nation's popularity soared. They began touring extensively, performing at major festivals across Canada and internationally. Their music resonated with audiences drawn to their energy and powerful message. From humble beginnings, the Halluci Nation has become a global phenomenon, sharing their unique sound and message. The Halluci Nation's music is a captivating fusion of seemingly disparate worlds, the pulsating energy of electronic dance music, and the ancient traditions of Indigenous powwow. This unique blend, dubbed powwow step, is a testament to the group's innovative spirit and their deep respect for their cultural heritage. Their music is characterized by driving bass lines, intricate drum patterns, and soaring melodies, often layered with samples of traditional powwow singing, drumming, and chanting. The result is a sound that is both familiar and entirely new, respectful of tradition, yet unafraid to push boundaries. Imagine the rhythmic chanting of powwow singers blending seamlessly with the pulsing beats of house music, or the hypnotic sounds of traditional flute melodies interwoven with the energy of dubstep. But the Halluci Nation's fusion of tradition and modernity extends beyond their music. Their live performances are a feast for the senses, featuring stunning visuals, intricate lighting, and dancers in full powwow regalia. The juxtaposition of traditional clothing and modern stage production creates a visually striking and culturally significant experience. The Halluci Nation's innovative approach to music making has garnered them critical acclaim and a devoted following worldwide. By seamlessly blending the traditional with the contemporary, they have created a sound that is uniquely their own, one that celebrates the resilience and beauty of Indigenous culture while pushing the boundaries of what contemporary music can be. The Halluci Nation has always viewed music as more than just entertainment. It's a powerful platform for activism. Their songs often address critical social issues, from Indigenous rights to environmental justice. By blending traditional sounds with contemporary beats, they create a unique space for dialogue and awareness. This approach not only entertains but also educates and empowers listeners, encouraging them to take action. One of the remarkable aspects of the Halluci Nation is their ability to break barriers and build bridges. They seamlessly merge different genres and cultural influences, creating a sound that transcends boundaries. This fusion fosters a sense of unity and collaboration among diverse communities. Their music serves as a reminder that despite our differences, we can come together and create something beautiful and meaningful. Through their innovative approach, the Halluci Nation continues to inspire change. Their music speaks to the struggles and triumphs of marginalized communities, offering a voice to those who are often unheard. By sharing their stories and experiences, They motivate others to stand up for justice and equality. The Halluci Nation proves that music can be a catalyst for social change, inspiring listeners to envision and work towards a better future.
We just arrived in Brooklyn, doing a show here tonight. We've helped in building community, but we're part of the wave, not leading it, you know? We kind of react to where people are at.
Yeah, we throw up our light and then people will gather, but it's all existing community that's been here. What's great is that, you know, sometimes like they'll live in a city like New York and they wouldn't have seen each other since the last time they came to, you know, our show.
Microphone check, 1 2 1 2.
And you want that in just your wedge, right?
Just my wedge, yeah.
Cool.
This whole thing started with that idea, right? Of like, let's make a space for urban indigenous people to gather. And the reaction from the community was, oh, you guys have started this thing? Like, now you can't stop it because you've filled a void.
All of our indigenous sisters out there, this one's for y'all.
Playing live music to people, that's part of the beauty of being a musician, right? Is that like instant exchange of energy with people.
Our sets are never the same. Like they always change up.
Basically, I'm DJing and then Tim's live sampling. So he's throwing in eagle cries and bomb effects. And then there's parts in the set where he'll actually completely take over and remix the song live. Throughout the set, I'm DJing as well. With the history that we've had here in the past 500 years, it's become really hard to want to share who we are. And the representation of indigenous people has always been through the lens of the other. We've never had control of our own image. So now, today, it's a new thing for us. It's a really new thing for us. You hear, these aren't the things that were happening even 15 years ago, right? So it's about us taking that power for ourselves, representing ourselves in the way we see ourselves.
The gods of my tribe have spoken. They have said, do not trust the pilgrims. And for all these reasons, I've decided to scalp you and burn your village to the ground.
These problems of colonialism have been going on for hundreds of years. There's that automatic anger and animosity that just exists. You know, you tap into it right away. And that's because of not having common experiences.
If you have any energy left in you, now is the time to get it out!
So when I look out at our show and see people from all different nations, all different backgrounds, they are feeling those beats. They're experiencing what we experience. That's a common experience. Now we're starting to have the basis. We're starting to have the level ground where we can start to build the table to have the conversation.
Brooklyn, I want everybody's hands in the air! From the middle, left, right, let's go, get them up! New wave! New wave! New wave! New wave, Brooklyn, come on, new wave! New wave!
Like in Ottawa, I don't know if it's the same here, but there's like parties that happen all, like you have like your Korean parties and your Jamaican parties and that sort of thing that are like geared towards like that culture. And we just thought like maybe we could throw like, you know, an Aboriginal party and see what happens, and maybe it'll like bring people, show that we're native DJs in the city, and maybe they come to our nights and that sort of thing. But after the first one, like it was packed, like it was a sellout, it was huge, and it turned out that it was like Aboriginal students from like way up north, like very rural, isolated communities in Canada that were in town for school in Ottawa and never felt comfortable going out yet until we created this space. And they were like, oh, okay, there'll be other people like me there. All right, I can go to this. From there, it just kind of took off. Like we were told we weren't allowed to stop that party.
It's something that happened really naturally, just because we were throwing these parties, but we all play on really different setups. I'm playing on a MIDI controller now, Ian uses CDJs for a MIDI controller, and Dan's a turntablist, so he's using the decks. So it just really naturally turned into, instead of taking turns, all playing at once, there's all layering and sampling and scratching going on top of stuff.
Like I met these guys and they open my eyes to like the different styles that they're listening to, and you can see in the production, you know, like our three minds are like, you know, attacking it at once, and it's just always throwing around ideas and stuff like that. So
Yeah, hold on. This guy here is the Canadian DMC champ, like two-time Canadian DMC champ, right? Also the current Red Bull Canadian champ. So like scratching is his thing. Like that's how he's a champion at it. Nice.
FL Studio. But before that, actually, I was using a DOS program called Impulse Tracker, and that was like, yeah, that's what I started on. Wow. And you had to like boot up into DOS to run it. It was the craziest program. Like I said, like I've been producing hip hop since the beginning, right? And up until I met these guys, that's all I was doing.
Wait, since the beginning of you DJing, not since the beginning of hip hop.
No.
A really big misconception is that we're sampling stuff like that's old. All the music that we've sampled is like within the last 15 years. Like the powwow culture is very, very vibrant and very alive now.
So the music that we remix is competition powwow music. It's stuff that's made to dance to. You know, I mean, it is a fine line that we're walking with what we're doing, but we are trying to be as respectful as possible to the traditions, as well as pushing the boundaries of that.
Everybody's first try isn't going to be, you know, Diplo bangers all of a sudden. Like you got to just stick with it. It's gonna get there eventually.
When you're ready, man, get your stuff out there. Like get a SoundCloud, you know, put your stuff for people to hear. So, you know, it's use social media, man. It's the best way to like get your stuff out there and keep yourself surrounded by positive people.
99% of making art, no matter what it is just doing it.